Guys, one of my most cherished all-time gaming memories was staying up till the wee hours of the morning at sleepovers with my friends, battling it out in the intense kart racing of Mario Kart and the Nintendo 64.
There have been Mario Kart games released on just about every Nintendo console. So naturally, with the release of the Wii U, it's time for a new Mario Kart game, Mario Kart 8! Once again, Nintendo has sought to strike a clever balance between keeping a lot of what fans will love and recognise from the previous games, as well as introducing a few new features.
Yeah, not to mention an upgrade to the visuals. My jaw dropped when I jumped into that first race. Mario Kart has never looked this good.
I know, right? It looks amazing. Starting out on the 50cc races is a good way to ease yourself into the world of kart racing, as the vehicles handle a little easier and don't go as fast. The character roster brings in many of the old favourites, including some new ones, such as the Koopalings and Pink Gold Peach.
I don't really get the point of Pink Gold Peach. I mean, it's just Peach, just all weird and metallic.
What's wrong with being metallic?
No, nothing, Darren. I didn't mean you.
Yes, well, it is a bit silly. The vehicle customization makes a return though, which is great. And you get these by collecting coins as you race.
It's a shame the vehicle customization didn't have a bigger impact on the gameplay. I found that equipping different tyres or hang gliders only made the tiniest changes to my lap times.
I don't know, Darren. There's a lot going on in this game. I don't think it needs to be overly complicated with too much tinkering. And there are a great mix of vehicles, with the regular karts being joined by motorcycles and cars.
Yeah, I agree with you there. Mario Kart has always been about light-hearted fun, although that won't stop you from getting seriously competitive. These races are packed full of edge-of-your-seat action with loads of surprises. The tables can turn multiple times throughout a race.
Especially with all the underwater sections, flying sections, some tracks move or have edges you can fall off. There's even crazy roaming obstacles.
Yeah, often I would fall off a track thinking I was going to have to be lifted back on, only to find I'd fallen onto some other part of the track and I could just keep racing. There are so many great design features that make every race a thrill.
Plus they packed out the tracks. There are 32 altogether.
Affirmative. They've not only revamped old favourites like Moo Moo Meadows, Sherbet Land, Cheap Cheap Beach and Royal Raceway, but they've thrown in loads of new ones as well.
The new tracks are amazing, aren't they? It's hard to focus on the race when there are such big moments happening around you. That said, I'm so glad they kept some of the classics in there as well.
Yeah, me too. And with new course features like anti-gravity racing, it's made them even better.
Oh, so much better. You know, Toad's Turnpike used to be my most hated track with all those annoying trucks and cars sending me into a spin. But now I absolutely love it because there's so many ways to navigate that course. So much fun.
Let's talk about my favourite part of Mario Kart, the items! Falling to the back of the race is no fun, but scoring a lightning bolt to slow everyone else down always makes me feel better.
Those lightning bolts are brutal. There are, of course, all the familiar greats. Booster mushrooms, slippery bananas, homing red shells, and the unpredictable greens.
Oh, I love that feeling of just narrowly missing a green shell. But some of the new additions are great too. For some Aussie flavour, there's now a boomerang which can knock out players ahead of you. But my absolute favourite is the piranha plant, which chomps nearby players.
Mario Kart is designed with a rubber band catch-up system. This allows players to pick up more powerful boosts at the back of the field, allowing them quick comebacks into the race. One new boost addition is the Super Horn, which is the first ever weapon that can defeat the dreaded blue shell, which attacks racers in first place.
You know, guys, the more I played of this, the more I started to feel like this was going to be a 10 out of 10. It had everything. Loads of great tracks, hugely improved graphics, heaps of action. But then, disaster.
What?
The battle mode.
Oh, yeah.
Above all, my favourite memories of Mario Kart are fighting it out against my friends in those close quarters battle arenas, hunting each other down in split screen, trying to pop their 3 balloons before I lost all of my own. Pure karting bliss. So you can imagine how upset I was to find no battle mode maps.
It's true. There is indeed still the battle mode, but it simply takes place on the large tracks that you race on in the main game. They're much too large, so you spend the majority of your time simply trying to find your friends. You can pad it out with bots, but where's the fun in that?
Indeed, Darren, this is a bad decision, but I can kind of see why they've gone down this path. You can play Mario Kart 8 online with up to 12 players, and many gamers like to play games online nowadays. But it just does not suit this game at all.
No, it really doesn't. And there's no mini-map. You can't see where other players are, so you don't end up with those cool one-on-one battles.
The question is, does this ruin the rest of the game for you, Hex?
Well, no, this is still an incredible kart racer. It's filled with loads of the iconic features that make this series so great. Best tracks in the series so far, and so many of them. It's just such a shame that my favourite part of the game, the battle mode, has been changed for the worse. It could have been a 10, but that knocks it down to an 8 for me.
Excluding battle mode, this is still the best Mario Kart game to date, and in fact it's one of the best games on the Wii U, so I think it deserves 9 out of 10.